Good morning and welcome back to the Catherine Moore and Coleman Aquatic Center here on the campus of Brown University for day 3 of our 2021 New England Senior Swimming Championships. And what a meet it has been thus far. We appreciate you taking the time to join us here today and every day alongside Robin Connors today. On the camera, I am Jeremy Abreu. You're probably already sick of hearing my voice over the past 2 days, but you got 2 more full days of hearing this nasally, horrendous voice. But hopefully I'm able to bring you some enjoyment and an accurate description of what we got going on here at Brown University. We'll do a quick recap of last night, and what a night it was for Natalie Mannion. So when you talk about the women's 200-yard, oh, hold on, I have my Meet Mobile up. I'm trying to get into. So when you talk about winners and, you know, one-time winner, two-time winner, three-peat winners, that's what Natalie Mannion did last night from Commonwealth. So she won the women's 200 fly, she won the women's 100 back, and she also won the women's 200 free. So a fantastic evening for Mannion from Commonwealth. Of course, she'll be taking her swimming talents to Stanford University next year out in California. Had a lot of other good swims, though, as well last night. So when you take a look at the men's 200 fly, Josh Parent from Bluefish edged out Landon Him from Bluefish, his teammate. 146.93 for Parent. It was 147.04 for him. As we look at the men's 100 back, it was Thomas Hagar from Commonwealth getting it done. 49.06, the only swimmer in the 100 back to go a sub 50 time. So great work and great job by Hagar there. As we take a look at the women's 200 free, we already talked about Natalie Mannion. She was a 3-time winner last night. As we look at the men's 200 free, it was Aiden Kelly from Cape Cod Swim Club edging out Mitch Doobie from Bluefish. Aiden Kelly went a 139.96 for a spectacular performance. Oh, very nice comment, Cindy LaCroix. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I hate hearing my own voice, so I automatically assume that everybody else, when they hear it, they hate it as well. So I appreciate that. Cindy, since you're out there, if you can just give me a check. I think you can hear me loud and clear. Can you see the screen loud and clear? Just making sure everything is good there. So that is great. And then we had the 400 IM. And the women's 400 IM last night was absolutely dominated by Ashlyn Farris from Bluefish. So she'll be swimming next year at the University of North Carolina. She went a 4:16 in prelims, dropped another 4 seconds, 4:12 in finals. She won the 4 IM by over 6 seconds. So a fantastic performance by Farris. When you take a look at the men's 400 IM last night, it was Josh Parent, so he was a multiple winner as well from Bluefish, 3:49.55. He won the 4 IM by almost 9 seconds. So great performance by Josh Parent. Moving into the women's 400-yard medley relay, it was Phoenix A taking first, Bluefish A taking second, Commonwealth A taking third. So the swimmers have cleared out of the pool. Our first event today is going to be event 16. It's the women's 200-yard medley relay. So as I believe we do every day, we're starting off with relays. So it should be exciting. We'll have Web Tornadoes A in lane 3, YMCA of, let's see, what YMCA is this? I think it doesn't tell me here. It just says YMCA of Greater, and we have 2 of those. Actually, no, it's the Storm. YMCA of Greater Nashua. So the Nashua Storm, and then it will have in lane 5, Executive Swim Club A in lane 5. So again, we'll be starting off in about 6 minutes. The pool has cleared, as you can see. I know everybody has liked the graphics overlays, so we obviously are keeping them today. They're going to look slightly different, and hopefully for the better. We're using the graphics package tonight that was today for this morning that was actually used at the 2020 Olympics. So the biggest change will be all of the splits. Instead of that big scoreboard in the top right, you'll have it in the top left. And when the first swimmer touches, it'll show their name and their time. And then each corresponding swimming under, it'll show how far they are behind. So just like what you see when you're watching the Olympics, when you're watching any swimming broadcast on NBC or the Olympic Channel, that's what you're going to see today. Hopefully, you'll like it. We are trying out a few different graphics packages to see which one we like better. Timers are starting to flow down. A much bigger crowd here today and much bigger crowd online already. So appreciate everyone taking the time to join us here at Brown University. Once again, our first event will be the women's 200-yard medley relay. There will be 4 heats of the medley relay. First heat will have 3 teams competing. Timers are lined up. Swimmers are not lined up yet. They're anxious and ready to go. It's been great to be back inside Brown University. First time literally in almost 2 years that we have been back inside Brown and swimming. I know you've heard that ad nauseum from me so far over the weekend, but it can't be overstated on getting back to normalcy for these swimmers, and that's what we have going on this weekend. A big thanks to everybody at Brown University to make this happen. This is the first event at Brown in the pool which they have allowed outside spectators or even outside organizations, to say the least. So it's a pretty big deal. Ray Grant is the aquatics director here at Brown University. He's also the owner of Gator Swim Club Seekonk. So we certainly appreciate everything he's done. As I turn my crowd mic on, I'm going to drop that sound down quite a bit. There we go. So a big thank you to everybody at Brown University. Big thanks to all the officials, all the coaches, swimmers, parents, everybody that helps make this thing happen here at Brown. Cindy LaCroix, thank you. Layla Hassani, always live and ready to go here. Thank you. Mia Chambers, thank you. Good morning to you as well. Mia, I'm taking it you are related to Noah Chambers, who had a great 100 back last night. I believe she won the C final. So great job by Noah. My daughter Addison and Noah are acquaintances and know each other and always catch up and talk at these swim meets. So the first relay is lined up. We're almost ready to go. I think I was thanking everybody for everything they've done. So all the people at Brown, all the volunteers. Again, I have Robin Connors with me today. She's going to be with me tonight at finals as well. We have a ton of parent timer volunteers. It's back to regular meets basically right now in terms of the volunteers, and we can't make these meets happen without the volunteerism of all of the parents. So we certainly appreciate that. Looks like the officials are ready. We are ready to go here with Heat 1. Supposed to get some snow today here in New England. looking outside right now, no snow yet. Should be an interesting day. We are off and running. 2021 New England Senior Championships. This is day 3. We're starting off with event 16. The women's 200-yard medley relay. Webb's Tornadoes A in lane 3. Nashua Storm in lane 4. Executive A in lane 5. It's the Nashua Storm out to the early start. In the middle, 2 medley relays, so a quick 50 for each of these swimmers. It is the Storm making their first exchange. All 3 teams' second swimmers are in the water. It's the breaststroke coming back here. So here comes Executive A in lane 5, but it is the Storm maintaining their lead. So a little over a half-second lead on Executive, 3 seconds on Webb's Tornadoes. So that's what I mean by the updated graphic in the top left-hand corner of your screen at the splits. So that's always nice as Nashua maintains their lead, so they'll hand it off to the anchor. It's the Storm's relay to lose. Executive making a push. They're a little under a second behind. So they need to make up some time with the freestyle here. I'm not sure they're going to do it. It looks like it's going to be the Nashua Storm starting off the day, your first winner. We'll see what Executive can do here. About 5 yards to go, and it will be the Nashua Storm taking it in lane 4. 150.44. Executive goes 151.65. Webb's Tornadoes goes 156. As I search for my pen. So we'll move on to heat number 2. You see a little bit of a different graphics package from yesterday. Again, this is the graphics that NBC used for the 2020 Olympic coverage. Or I should say 2021, since the Olympics were delayed a year. Oh, we got some timer malfunctions or horn malfunctions going on here. That's Joni Beisel, who is functioning as the starter right now, mother of Elizabeth Beisel, multiple-time Olympian. Many of you, probably everybody on the broadcast knows who Elizabeth is. So they're having some issues down with the starting system, it seems. Again, this is heat number 2 of the women's 200 medley relay. There we go, off and running, clean start here. Amherst Tritons in lane 1. Hockomock Area Y in lane 2. United Swim Club in lane 3. Executive Swim Club in lane 4. North Shore Swim in lane 5. Upper Valley Aquatics in lane 6. And the JCC Sea Serpents in lane number 7. Off and running. Looks like it's going to be Executive first to get in the water. 0.2 of a second ahead of the Tritons. 0.8 ahead of UVAC. So Executive in the lead early. They came in with a time of 4:05.71. Very smooth breaststroke. Let's watch this transition over to their second swimmer. They're in the water. So it's Executive, followed by UVAC and the JCC Sea Serpents. 1, 2, 3. UVAC a little over a half a second behind. They're operating out of lane 6. It's Executive in lane 4, and they've really built up a lead here in the butterfly portion of the relay. Let's see what their lead is. 5.5 seconds for Executive over UVAC. So no doubt who's going to win this second heat of the women's 200-yard medley relay. It will be Executive B. They will take it. We'll get you a time way out in front. It is 1:47.13 for Executive. North Shore Swim Club takes second. Third place, UVAC. So UVAC falls to third. North Shore Swim Club moves to second. So we'll move on to our third of fourth heat. Good start to the morning session. Oh, okay, so Mia Chambers, you're related to Morgan Moniz. Sorry about that. I made the assumption based on the last name. Morgan is having a great seniors as well. Heat 3 is off and running. United A in lane 1, Commonwealth B in 2, Weymouth A in 3, Kingfish A in 4, Gator B in 5, Crimson B in 6, Cape Cod A in 7, and Solo B in lane 8. So it looks like it's Gators right now in the lead. That's Gator B, 7/10 ahead of Solo. A little over a second ahead of the Weymouth Waves. So those are your top 3 teams right now. Gator Breaststrokers are in the water. Looks like Gators remains in the lead at the far end turn. Again, we don't have the names of the individual swimmers. Sometimes I can tell by sight, sometimes I can't. So Gators remains in the lead. Kingfish has moved into second, Crimson third, about a second and a quarter behind. So Gators starting to feel a little bit of heat here. Kingfish has really moved up in the breaststroke, really pushing the Gators here. It looks like the Gators will go in to the freestyle with the lead by the slimmest of margins, a quarter of a second. It's the Weymouth Waves in third right now. So Gators race to lose. Let's see if they can hold off the Kingfish, or if the Kingfish will have a great comeback victory here in our third heat of the women's 200-yard medley relay. Gators still looks to be out in front. Here comes lane 3, and that's Weymouth Waves. Too close to call, stroke for stroke. And it is the Weymouth Waves. They come back and take it, 149.23. Gators took second, 149.35. Third place goes to Kingfish. So great race there by Weymouth with the come-from-behind victory there in heat number 3. So already some really exciting swims there. We'll move into our fourth and final heat of the women's 200 medley relay. Gator A in lane 1, Solo A in 2, Commonwealth A in 3, Phoenix A in 4, Bluefish A in 5, Phoenix B in 6, Bluefish B in 7, and Crimson Aquatics A in lane 8. That's Sonia Mlakar in the water for the Gators in lane 1. She'll hand it off to Jay Lapina. It looks like Zuri Ferguson's in the pool for Bluefish, and they lead the way, followed by Commonwealth and Phoenix A. So Bluefish, Commonwealth, Phoenix, 1, 2, 3 in that order, all of the A relays. Leading the way right now, it is Bluefish in lane 5. Looks like their next swimmer will be Ella Smith. For Phoenix, it will be Michaela Shokareva. For Solo in lane 2, it will be Anna Bamer. Bluefish continues to lead the way, followed by Commonwealth and Phoenix A. So no change there with the butterfly strokers in the water. Starting to get a little tight here. Phoenix and Bluefish, stroke for stroke. Commonwealth right there as well. It looks like Bluefish is going to hold off 2/10 of a second the lead for Bluefish over Phoenix and Commonwealth. So they're your top three. Don't rule out Solo in lane 2 to sneak into that third spot as well. But right now it's Bluefish and Phoenix. Commonwealth occupying third place right now. Will Solo catch him? And it is Phoenix who takes it, 142.58. Bluefish takes second, 142.84. Third place goes to Commonwealth, 144.49. So great race there by Phoenix, winning in come-from-behind fashion. Thought Solo was going to be able to sneak into third, but they stayed in fourth place. Commonwealth held on to that spot. Troy Pina joining us. Of course, they swam in that aforementioned 2021 Olympics from Cabo Verde. They are currently in Abu Dhabi at the World Championships, I believe. So coming to us from across the globe, of course, they are members of Gator Swim Club along with their sister, Jayla Pina. Stand out at Seekonk High School as well as Gators, and a commit to the University of Pittsburgh in the class of 2023. So we'll move on to event 17. It is the men's 200-yard medley relay. Lanes 1 and lanes 8 will be open. YMCA of the North Shore in lane 1, Hockomock Area Y in lane 2, Seacoast in lane 3, North Shore Swim Club B in lane 5, A in lane 6, Executive Swim Club A in lane 7. So lanes 1 and lanes 8 are open here. It's Seacoast out to the early lead. Great job by their backstroker getting their breaststroker in the water. They have a little over a second lead on North Shore A and Executive A. Typically, we see a lot of changing of the guards in these relays as different specialists get into the water. Let's see if Seacoast is going to hold on to that lead at the turn here. It doesn't look like it. It looks like North Shore A is moved into first, and they have. Seacoast has dropped to second. North Shore B has moved into third. Hockomock Area Y right behind there, so they're fighting for that third place position right now with the butterfly strokers in the water. Looks like North Shore A has built up that lead as they'll hand it over to the anchor. He's going to have about a 1.5 lead on Seacoast. Hockomock Area Y has moved into third. So it's North Shore's relay to lose, and they won't lose it. Great anchor leg by North Shore. They will take it with a time of 1:40.16. Second place will go to the YMCA of the North Shore, 143.82. And third place is Seacoast, 143.85. So great opening heat of the men's 200-yard medley relay. We'll move on to heat number 2. 3 heats here on the men's side. Much larger crowd inside Brown today than we had so far this weekend. This is the biggest day, obviously Saturday. Expected that. Still over 100 people on the live stream as well, so great turnout there. We certainly appreciate, I'm a broken record with this, but we really do appreciate you taking the time to join. I'm really overwhelmed with all the nice comments that people have had, both in the live chat and the people who have come up to me here who have been listening or listening to the race after the fact, so I certainly appreciate it. We'll move on to heat number 2. We'll get you those lane assignments. You can see them on the screen. Triton's in lane 1, Kingfish in 2, Crimson in 3, Phoenix in 4, Commonwealth in 5, Cape Cod in 6, Executive in 7, and United Swim Club in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Phoenix B. They're in lane 4. They're battling with Cape Cod right now. We'll see after this first transition who's in first, and it is Cape Cod, followed by Phoenix, Amherst, Tritons in third. So very tight, less than a quarter of a second separate first and third right now as the breaststrokers are in the water. Phoenix breaststroker making some solid moves, as is Amherst. So Amherst remains in the lead by a tenth of a second over Phoenix. Crimson A moves in to third. So keep an eye on Amherst. The Tritons in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen. They've been holding on to this lead pretty strong. Let's see if they can hold it through the butterfly and into our last swimmer, who will be the freestyler. It's going to be close. Cape Cod has now moved into first. Phoenix second. Crimson third. Amherst has dropped down to fourth. Half a second separates first and fourth place here, folks. Very, very close race, tight swimming. Phoenix and Cape Cod. Who's it going to be? And it is Cape Cod Swim Club who takes it. 136.53. Phoenix takes second, 136.91. Third place goes to Commonwealth, 138.14. So we'll move into our third and final heat of the men's 200-yard medley relay. Scheduled start time was 9:27. We're 11 minutes ahead of schedule already. That's never a bad thing. Always nice. Heat 3 getting ready, making their way to the blocks. Swimmers have entered the water. Phoenix A in lane 1, Commonwealth A in 2, Bluefish A in 3, Solo A in 4, Gator A in 5, Gator B in 6, Bluefish B in 7, and Kingfish A in lane 8. So top time coming in belongs to Solo Aquatics, 3:21.35. After the first swimmer, we have Solo leading the way, followed by Commonwealth. Gator A running third, top three separated by a little over 0.4 of a second. So it looks like lane 2, Commonwealth is going to make their transition first, and it is Commonwealth, followed by Phoenix, followed by Solo. Gators A has dropped down to fourth place. Again, only a half a second out of the mix here. So Commonwealth still holding on to their lead in lane 2 into the anchor. So Commonwealth's race to lose. They have almost a second lead. They have a second lead on Gators A, who has now moved into third place. Solo in second. So Commonwealth's race to lose here in lane 2 at the bottom of your screen. Blazing toward the finish, and it will be Commonwealth who takes it, 132.39. Gators A takes second. Bluefish A takes third. So Commonwealth 132.39. for the victory in our final heat of the men's 200-yard medley relay. Our next event will be event number 18. So the relay swimmers will make their way off the podium. They'll make way for event number 18. It's the women's 200-yard backstroke. There will be 8 heats of the 2 back here this morning. As you can see, our first heat will feature Josephine Stevens from the Tornadoes. No, I don't know. Let's see. Josephine, I can't tell where Josephine Stevens is from, because all I see is YMCA of Greater. How many YMCAs of Greater do I have? I feel like I already said this. It's the Storm. So Josephine Stevens from the Storm, Eleanor Kunanen from the Storm, and Madison Stearns from the Rhode Island Aquatic Club, one of the newest club teams here in New England, coached by Jennifer De La Frady. Doing a great job with her team. She had some great performances last night by the Andrews twins, both Nick and Tim. Fantastic showings last night in finals. And I must say, Jen is doing this all, I believe she's like 8 months pregnant. So they were down in Florida, I believe, last week or the week before for a meet. She's up here at seniors all 4 days. So kudos to Jen. We wish her the best of luck in her newly formed Rhode Island Aquatic Club. Okay, so they are doing some awards. I don't have the awards camera set up because I was planning on getting that set up this afternoon for tonight. So I can't even tell what they're awarding right now. So Bluefish is second. So it can't be the last heat. It looks like it's the women's medley relay. So Commonwealth overall third, Bluefish second, Phoenix first. You already knew this because this happened a couple races or a couple events ago. However, they're doing the awards right now on the podium. We will have a camera set up for that. These are the only awards which they'll do this morning. Then all of the award ceremonies will take place at night. So the women are stepping down. And, you know, this must be a little unnerving for our 3 200-yard backstrokers coming up. Stearns, Kunanen, and Stevens, they're on the blocks. They're ready to go. All of them filled with probably a ton of nervous energy, as I would be, for sure. So they're just doing the awards from the men's 200 medley relay. That's what you just saw. Bluefish came in third. Gators A came in second, and it was Commonwealth A coming in first. So catching up on the live stream, Cindy LaCroix. Yes, Cindy, the Storm, I know. It's the second time I messed that up. Ditran commented, nice free leg, Preston Amos. So yes, I forget which team Preston's on, but great job by Preston. And yes, Mia, so by tomorrow, my voice, it's going to be rough. You guys are in for a rough day tomorrow. Lot of talking. By the time I get home tomorrow night, I am not going to want to talk to anybody for like 48 hours. But we know that won't happen. So finishing up the awards ceremony here. Once again, we're at the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center on the campus of Brown University for day 3 of the 2021 New England Senior Championships. This is prelims. For those of you who it may be your first day tuning in, maybe you didn't have a swimmer swimming on Thursday night or Friday, we'll get into how that works. So Josephine Stevens in lane 3, Elena Kunanen in lane 4, Madison Stearns in lane 5. So in each of the individual events, the top 24 make it back for finals. There is an A, B, and C flight finals. The C flight finals does not score points. It is only the A and B finals which scores points, which go towards the cumulative team scores. I will remind everyone, it is the top 24. However, if one of your swimmers is on the bubble, 25, 26, 27, 28, even up to 30, please keep an eye and in close contact with your coach because there are always scratches for the finals. I noticed it last night. In many of the events, there were 1 to 3 scratches. Swimmers aren't able to swim for whatever reason, maybe a prior commitment, whatever the case may be. So if you have a child that's on that proverbial bubble, as we're watching Kunanen, Stevens, Stearns right now in that order, second separates all 3 of them. Stearns is behind by a second, Stevens by 3/10, so fairly close right now early on in the 200 back. So if you have a swimmer who's finishes 25th to 30th, keep a close contact with your coaches. There's always scratches, and they may very well scratch into finals tonight. So 200 back, very taxing event here, especially on the legs. Stevens remains your leader. Kunanen's a 10th behind. Madison Stearns a little over 2 seconds behind right now. Still anybody's race fairly early on, halfway through here at Brown. Once again, biggest crowd that we've had in here so far this weekend. Again, I wouldn't say everyone is shoulder to shoulder, but it is much more crowded than it has been Thursday night and Friday. So Josephine Stevens takes it. Eleanor Kunanen will take second. Madison Stearns will take third in our opening heat. We'll move into heat number 2 of 8. Jelena Plawucha from Bluefish in lane 1. Ellie Wang from Solo in 2. Sophie Weingarten from Crimson in 3. Tegan Jeffers from YMCA of... Actually, Tegan Jeffers from the Storm in lane 4. Catherine Dunbar in 5. Meredith Uhas in lane 6. Oceana Lowe in 7. And Cindy Ben in lane 8. So Jeffers leading the way, followed by Weingarten. Lowe running third. Fairly tightly bunched up here. A second and a third separates 1 through 3 right now, but it is Tegan Jeffers from the Storm leading the way. Jeffers continues to maintain her lead, which has now moved to 2 seconds over Weingarten from Crimson. Oceana Lowe running in third right now. So Jeffers will take it in lane 4. 2:08.33 for Jeffers. Her winning time, it is Weingarten from Crimson, 2:11.56. Third place goes to Meredith Uaz from Phoenix, 2:13.49. So Tegan Jeffers, your Heat 2 winner. Jalen Howarth in lane 1 from Solo. Emily Richardson from the Storm in 2. Morgan Dortier in lane 3 from Executive. Rebecca Siegel in 4 from Greenwood. Clementine Robbins from Phoenix in lane 5. Megan Kelly from Bluefish in lane 6. Sydney Stockwell from UVAC in lane 7. And Caitlin Patt from the Boston YMCA Bluefins in lane 8. So the top time coming in belongs to Siegel, 2:09.85. It's Pat, though, from the Bluefins leading the way. Siegel and Robbins right behind her, 1, 2, 3. 4/10 of a second separate first and third right now. Siegel, by the slimmest of margins, moves into first. Robbins second. Pat has fallen down to third. So Siegel, Robbins, Pat, 1, 2, 3 at the halfway point for this women's 200-yard backstroke. Siegel remains the leader. She's seen her lead grow to over a second over Clementine Robbins from Phoenix. Pat still in third. Keep an eye on Sydney Stockwell in lane 7. She's in fourth place right now, but continues to make a move. So she's vying to get up into that third place position. But it's been Rebecca Siegel. She will take it. 2:06.67 for Siegel. Clementine Robbins takes second. Caitlin Patt from lane 8 at the top of your screen comes in third. 2:08.87 the time for Pat. So we'll move on to heat number 4. This is the only part of the program where it's tough for me to stay impartial with my daughter swimming, but I'm going to do it. Courtney Bogosian in lane 8. Courtney Bogosian in lane 1 from Gators. Braylon Wilson from the Storm in 2. Charlotte Hoover from Commonwealth in lane 3. Amalia Guerra from Bluefish in 4. Isabel Pintoni from Solo in 5. Isabella Lombard from Dedham Health in lane 6. Ava Wertnan from Gators in 7. And Addison Abreu from the Gators in lane 8. So it's Lombard, Guerra, Pintoni in that order right now. 1, 2, and 3. Lombard from Dedham came in with a 2:09.47. Everyone in this heat comes in with a 2:09, so less than a second. And it's actually 4/10 of a second separate all 8 of these swimmers with their times coming in. So at the halfway point, It's Pintoni who moves into first, Guerra in second, Lombard in third. They'll make their move here for the 150. So another 50 to go here. Looks like it's Pintoni still in the lead, and it is Pintoni, Guerra, Lombard, Hoover, Bogosian, Abreu, Wilson. There's your top 8. So final turns happening. The race is between Guerra and Pintoni, lanes 4 and 5. It looks as though Guerra is going to take it, and she will take it. Guerra followed by Pintoni. Wilson comes all the way back to take third. Abreu moves up to take fourth, 209.81. But it is Amalia Guerra, your Heat 4 winner. We'll move on to heat number 5. Carson Ide in lane 1, Rose Galuli in 2, Caitlin Chipetta in 3, Sophia Dimitric in 4, Christina DiPietro in 5, Sarah Baxter in lane 6, Aya Hassani, the 14-year-old from Gators in lane 7, and Chloe Akambi, also from Gators in lane 8. The top time coming in belongs to Sophia Dimitric from Solo, 2:08.36. So it's Hassani leading the way after the first 50, followed by her Gator teammate Chloe Akambi, Christina DiPietro occupying third right now. Hassani came in with a 2:08.72, youngest competitor here in Heat 5. She's in Heat 7, and she's looking very strong here at the halfway point. It will be Hassani who has built up a second lead on her teammate, Chloe Akambi. It's Galuli who has moved into third from Weymouth. DiPietro drops down to fourth. But Aya Hassani at the halfway point leading the way here from Brown University. See if she can hold on in the back half. Her biggest challenger is coming from her outside, and that's in lane 8 right now, Chloe Akambi, although here comes Galuli in lane 2. It will be Hassani's race to lose through the final 50. She's got a second lead on Galuli and Akambi. Christina DiPietro holding tough in fourth place right now. It's again top 24, make it back, A, B, and C flights. C flight does not score points for their teams, but the A and B finalists do. So Akambi now looks like she's moved into the lead from lane 8. Hassani's been winning the whole race. It is Akambi who takes it. Hassani falls to second. Baxter takes third. So great swim there by Akambi, Hassani, and Baxter, but it was Akambi with the Heat 5 victory and come from behind fashion from lane 8. So we don't see a ton of Heat winners from lane 8. We saw it there. Great job by Chloe Akambi. Heat 6 in the water. Debbie Wells from Bluefish in 1. Eliza Brown from Commonwealth in 2. Alden White from Crimson in 3. Zuri Ferguson from Bluefish in 4. Jenna Charlotte from Phoenix in 5. Victoria Novinsky in lane 6 from Executive. Ava Wong in lane 7 from Gators. And Allison Brown from Kingfish in lane 8. Ferguson has the top time coming in, the only sub 2 minute time, 1:59.59. It will be Ferguson to the wall first, followed by Brown and White. Little over a second behind. So Ferguson, the youngest swimmer in this particular heat, a standout for Bluefish. Zuri was swimming at Olympic trials this past summer. I believe she was a Wave 2 qualifier for Olympic trials. Ferguson, White, Brown, 1, 2, 3 in that order. Ferguson has built her lead up to over 2 seconds on second place right now, who is Alden White from Crimson. Again, Ferguson, the only swimmer in this heat coming in sub 2 minutes, 1:59.59. So by the slimmest of margins, Ferguson remains in the lead, followed by White and Charlotte. She's got a 2-second lead on each of those swimmers. So Ferguson looks to be in total control. Very strong, powerful backstroker. 3 main things in the backstroke: good shoulder rotation, keeping that head straight and keeping those hips up. She does all 3. Very strong young lady. And it will be Zuri Ferguson who takes it. 2:00.44 for Ferguson. Charlotte takes second, 2:02.98, and it's White in third, 2:03.55. So Zuri Ferguson, your Heat 6 winner. We'll move into heat number 7.
Don't tell her about the wallet. Yeah.
So we're on heat number 8 here. Jessie McNeil in lane 1, Elizabeth Nesta in 2, Shea First in lane 3, Natalie Mannion in 4, Malia Amuin in 5, Ariana Zhao in lane 6, Veronica Kosova in 7, Lena Matara. No, I'm ahead of myself here, folks. Excuse me. Elena Dudkina in 1, Cambria Jewett in 2, Ainsley Nayland in 3, Ashlyn Farris in 4, Isabella Schneider in 5, Sonia Mlakar in 6, Chloe Song in 7, and Quinn White in lane 8. It's Farris leading the way, followed by White and Schneider. So Farris, just like she did yesterday in the 4 a.m. runaway victory here, 158.94 for Farris. White takes second, Cambria Jewett takes third. So Ashlyn Farris, your Heat 7 winner. Jessie McNeil in lane 1, Elizabeth Nesta in 2, Shea First in 3, Natalie Mannion in 4, Malia Umwan in 5, Ariana Zhao in lane 6, Verona Kosova in 7. Lena Matera in lane 8. Mannion leading the way, followed by Umwan and Zhao. First is running third right now. So Mannion and Umwan came in with the top times. They dominated yesterday as well. Mannion comes in with a 154.24. Umwan a 159.78. Mannion remains the leader, followed by Umwan. First is moved into third, so Phoenix running 2 and 3, but Mannion's lead is almost 2 seconds on Umwan right now. So it will be Mannion who takes it. 156.43 for Mannion. 159.61 for Umwan in second. First takes third. 201.63 for our final heat of the women's 2 back. Once again, Mannion will be the top qualifier tonight at finals.
Our next event is at number 19, men's 200 backstroke.
What meter your guys at?
Heat 1.
So moving into the men's 200-yard backstroke, heat 1 of 7. Dalton Luce in lane 1, Casey LaLiberty in 2, Josh Dion in 3, Ryan Connors in lane 4. Excuse me, Josh Dion is in lane 4, Ryan Connors in 5, Josh Sauter in lane 6, and Elliot Morse in lane 7. Sauter in the lead, followed by LaLiberty and Ryan Connors in third, a little over a second behind. Sauter continues to lead the way, followed by LaLiberty and Dion.
Yeah, Dick and I were talking about going to the movies over the holidays. They got some decent movies out, I think. The new Spider-Man's out. There was another one that looked good too. I think Denzel Washington maybe is the producer, and that guy Michael Jordan is the some war movie maybe. Yeah, he's off the war. Oh, you remember Elliot Moore?
So making their way into the finish, it's going to be Sauter who takes it. LaLiberty second. It is Connors in third, 202.32. So Sauter, LaLiberty, Connors, 1, 2, 3 in that order.
Yeah, he and his brother were rivals with Jacob and Simon, so it was a big deal for the state. Huh?
Heat 2 of 7, Sean Bailey in lane 1, Jaden Noel in 2, Evan Lyons in 3, Matthew Tomomichael in 4, Andrew Song in 5, Cole Brooks in lane 6, Evan Allen in lane 7, and Luke Austin in lane 8. Brooks, Song, Lyons, 1, 2, 3 in that order right now. Very tight at the top. Song, 3/100ths behind Brooks. Song remains in the lead, followed by Brooks and Austin. A little over a second behind is Austin. So Song coming in. Brooks second, Austin third. No change there. Brooks 0.8 behind. Austin a little under 2 seconds behind. So Song from Bluefish having himself a great race here.
Come on. Bring it home. Let's go. Don't die now.
So it will be Andrew Song who takes it 157.37. Brooks takes second, 158.39, and it is Austin third in 2:00:53.
He had a shot at sub 2, but he lost at the last 25. But next time, that's great. He's got a good backstroke. I think of him as a breaststroke. What's his breaststroke?
Off and running with Heat 3, Brian Hickson in lane 1, Casey Connors in 2, Melson Yavin Aquilana in lane 3, Oliver York in 4, Dylan Bradshaw-Berra in 5, Isaac Ing in lane 6, and Andrew Dementiev in lane 7, followed by Griffin Picard in lane 8. Casey Connors leading the way, followed by Aquilano and Eng early on here.
So, does he swim breast anymore? Mainly distance free. Mainly distance free. Wow. Oh, some breaststroke instead?
Connors looks to be holding on to his lead in lane 2. Connors, Aquilano, Bradshaw-Berra has moved into third place from executive. And it will be Connors holding on to his lead into the final 50. See what that margin is. He's over a second and a half over Bradshaw-Berra, who has moved into second. York has now moved into third, a second and a half behind. York had the top time coming into this race, 2:00:40. Here comes York in 4, and it is York who takes it. 158.37. Connors drops down to second. Third place is Bradshaw-Berra from executive. So York, in come from behind fashion, your Heat 3 winner. Heat 4 of 7 in the water. Eric Watka from Bluefish in 1. Timothy Johnson from Cape Cod in 2. Bradley Waters from Seacoast in 3. Paul Denager from Gator Swim Club in 4. Matvey Ivanov from Gator in lane 5. Kellen Lane from Bluefish in lane 6. Dylan Jewett from the Storm in lane 7. And Kai Shinkyo from Gator Swim Club in lane 8. Jewett leading the way, followed by Denega in lane. So Dylan Jewett from the Storm in lane 7. Your leader at the halfway point. Jewett maintains his lead, followed by Denega and Johnson. So Dylan Jewett continues his strong swimming out of lane 7. So Jewett takes it 153.92. It is Johnson that moves into second. Denega takes third, 156.27 for Denega. So Dylan Jewett, your Heat 4 winner.
Is this their contest? Are these all the games they, Cornell, Yard Backstroke?
Heat 5 in the water. It's Noam Rynam from United in lane 1. Quinn Borchers from Kingfish in 2. Brian Zapata from Anglerfish in lane 3. Josh Parent in lane 4 from Bluefish. Mitch Doobie in lane 5 from Bluefish. Davis Bonebreak from Commonwealth in 6. William Carrico from Phoenix in 7. And Zach Zabel from Rhode Island Aquatic Club in lane 8. It is Parent leading the way by a 1/10 of a second over Carrico. Zabel right there in the mix, 3/10 behind, as is Zapata at 5/10. So very tightly bunched at the top early on in this heat number 5. Parent came in with the top time, 150.32. Parent looks to remain in the lead right now, and he is. 7/10 over Carrico, almost a second and a half over Borchers from Kingfish. Parent continues on in the lead. It's now Quinn Borchers who has moved into second, albeit 2 seconds behind. Carrico drops to third, 2.5 seconds out of first right now. It is Parent continuing to lead the way from Bluefish. So he came in with a 150.32. Looks like he's going to equal to or drop that time ever so slightly, and he does. 149.48. He'll cruise in. Mitch Doobie, his Bluefish teammate, sneaks into second, 152.62, and it is Brian Zapata from Anglerfish taking third, 152.77. Heat 6 in the water. Matthew Walden in lane 1. Noah Kerr in 2. Jordan Moad friend of the program in lane 3, William Fuchs. In lane 4, Landon Him. In 5, Luke Jagier. In lane 6, Ethan Gu from Greenwood in 7, and Quentin McKell from Gators in lane 8. It is Fuchs from Commonwealth with the top time coming in 1:50.27. At the 50, it is Kerr leading the way, followed by Fuchs and Jagier. 1/10 of a second separating first and third. You can see how tightly bunched the swimmers are. Fuchs, Kerr, and Jagier at the halfway point. 28-27 split for Fuchs. Fastest split there in our second 50. Fuchs came in with a 1:50.27. He'll continue to lead the way here, followed by Jordan Moad. So Moad makes the move from 8th place into second, a little over a second behind. So keep an eye on Moad here in lane 3. Our final turn, can he chase down Fuchs? Jordan Moad, 15-year-old from Bluefish. He came in with a 1:53.52. He was in 8th place after the 50. He's going to challenge Fuchs here, but it will be Fuchs who takes it 1:51.88. Moad takes second, 1:52.37. Third place goes to Luke Jagier from the Tritons, 1:54.10. So great race by Fuchs. Spectacular comeback from Moad to take second, and we're on to our 7th and final heat. Of this men's 200-yard backstroke. William McGrew from Crimson in 1, Quinn Schwab from North Shore in 2, Daniel McLaughlin from Solo in 3, Thomas Hagar from Commonwealth in 4, Gabe Lee from Gator Swim Club in 5, Nathan Coleman from Bluefish in lane 6, Alexander Parent from Bluefish in 7, and Jack Marin from Bluefish in lane 8. So the top time coming in belongs to Hagar from Commonwealth. Hagar is in the lead right now, followed by Lee, McLaughlin, and Coleman. About a second and a half separate the top 4 swimmers right now. Hagar came in with a 1:48.38, the only swimmer to come in sub 150. Next closest was Gabe Lee from Gators, 1:50.34. So we saw Hagar last night have a lot of success in the 100 back. He's back in the lead again here. Hagar, Lee, McLaughlin, Coleman in that order. So those are your top 4 halfway through. So again, this is the final heat of the men's 200 back. And Hagar is running away with it here. He's built up a 4-second lead on Lee. Nate Coleman has now moved into 3rd from Bluefish. 4.5 seconds off the pace. So final 50 here. Thomas Hagar will be your winner. 2nd, 3rd, 4th is up for grabs right now. Lee and Coleman were occupying those spots. McLaughlin now making a move. So Hagar takes it. It will be Lee in 2nd and Coleman 3rd. So Hagar, Lee, Coleman, 1, 2, and 3. Hagar will be our top overall qualifier tonight. In finals, similar to where he was last night for the men's 100 back. We're going to move into the women's freestyle here, folks. So no names and teams, just giving you those quick names. These races are going to fly by. There are 13 heats of the 50 free. Lanes 1 and 8 will be open in our opening heat. Kylie Donahue in lane 1, Charlotte Lundell in 2, Neva Sa in 3, Addison Ebel in 4, Catherine Jennings in 6, Hannah Girardi in 7. So again, no 1, no 8. Lundell and Jennings look like they're leading the way here. Let's see who touches first, and it is Lundell, 25.97. Jennings takes second, Sa takes third. Burnham in 1, Villani in 2, Rizzuto in 3, Sanzone in 4, Farrell in 5, Baxter in 6, Choi in 7, and Kusen in lane 8. Again, these heats will be rapid fire fashion. Looks like it's Farrell swimming from out in front, and it will be Allison Farrell who takes it. Villani second, Rizzuto third, so Allison Farrell, your Heat 2 winner. Zipogan in 1, Archambault in 2, Dimitrik in 3, Hall in 4, Lubelsak in 5, Cardenas in 6, Stearns in 7, Rodriguez in 8. Should be noted, Jacqueline Zipogan, 12 years old from Bluefish, one of 3 12-year-olds swimming here this weekend. She's in lane 1. And as fate would have it, it looks like it will be Zipogan who takes it, 24.49. Archambault takes second. Lubelchak takes third. So the 12-year-old continuing to make waves here at seniors. Your Heat 3 winner, Jacqueline Zipogan. Heat 4 in the water, Lacey in 1, Jolly in 2, Rayo in 3, Stockwell in 4, White in 5, Galuli in 6, Folger in 7, and Pentony in lane 8. So it's White who takes it. There's a tie for second between Rao and Jolly. So Anya Rao from Commonwealth takes first. Jolly and Rao tied for second. It was White that takes first, excuse me. Quinn White in 1, Chloe Song in 2, Caitlin Chipetta in 3, Courtney Bogosian in 4, Clementine Robbins in 5, Sophie Zenkin in 6, Noah Chambers in 7, and Sarah Garrett in lane 8. So Chloe Song takes Heat 5, followed by White. Chambers takes third. Sodic in 1, Show in 2, Lombard in 3, Conway in 4, Panagos in 5, Gauscher in 6, Jeffers in 7, and Webster in lane 8. So it's Shao who takes it, Webster second. Third place will go to Sodic. So Emma Shao from Webb's Tornadoes, your Heat 6 winner. Tesson in 1, Brown in 2, Pelchat in 3, Guerra in 4, Dominici in 5, Keith in 6, Gita in 7, Kunanen in lane 8. So it's Pelchat who takes it, 24-43. Guida second, Tessin third. So Julia Pelchat, your Heat 7 winner. Carline in 1, Huntley in 2, Spencer in 3, Cindy Ben in 4, Fredette in 5, Zanolo in 6, Lynn in 7, and Harding in lane number 8. And it's Zanolo who takes first, Carline second, Lynn third. So Anna Zanolo from Gators, your Heat 8 winner. Dater in 1, Whitkus in 2, Wheelgus in 3, Davis in 4, Topfer in 5, Bodner in 6, Nesta in 7, Ide in lane 8. Looks like it's Whitkus right now in lane 2. So it's Whitkus who takes first. There's a tie for second between Bodner and Topfer. Elizabeth Nesta will take fourth. So our second tie of the day here. Very unusual, uncommon. Amanda Whitkus, your Heat 9 winner. Akmeva in 1, Teague in 2, Mlakar in 3, Moniz in 4, Sambrook in 5, Juthner in 6, Natishan in 7, and Cavalier in lane 8. Mlakar takes first, Sambrook second, Cavalier third. So Sonia Mlakar, your Heat 10 winner. Ariana Zhao in 1, Lundell in 2, Martino in 3, McCurdy in 4, Kang in 5, Nayland in 6, Ferguson in 7, Sophie Phelps in lane 8. So top 3 will be McCurdy, Kang, and Martino. So Caroline McCurdy, your Heat 11 winner. Pina in 1, McKay in 2, Anthony in 3, Bamer in 4, Wright in 5, Pinola in 6, Lee in 7, Chivers in lane 8. Looks as though Bamer will take this one in lane 4. It is Bamer, followed by Anthony. Pina will take third. So Anna Bamer, your Heat 12 winner. And our 13th and final heat on the women's side. Lazorak in 1, Kim in 2, Layden in 3, Shokaraver in 4, Umwan in 5, Reish in 6, Wertnan in 7, Anna Coleman in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Shokaraver, 23:18. Looks like it's Shokareva, but it's Umwan. Umwan takes first, Shokareva second, Layden third. So we'll move on to event 21. This is the men's 50-yard freestyle. 3 swimmers in the water right now. Thomas DePaulo from Seacoast in 3. Harry Feng from Gators in 4. And Ben Terentiev from the Boston YMCA Bluefins in lane 5. So Feng will take first, Terentiev second, DePaulo third. Ben Connors in 1, Davenport in 2, Derby in 3, Church in 4, Groves in 5, Bills in 6, Cole in 7, and Henry Bacone Schur in lane 8. So it's Bacone Schur taking first, Davenport second, Biles third. McDonald in 1, Austin 2, Sauter in 3, Way in 4, Yang in 5, Denega in 6, Del Rosario in 7, and Fournier in lane 8. And it is Denega who takes first, Sauter second, Way third. Reynoso Williams in 1, Boner in 2, Murray in 3, Bryan in 4, De Silva Grandin in 5, Pham in 6, Lane in 7, and Bird in lane 8. Henry Bryan in lane 4, YMC of the North Shore. 23:07, top time coming in. See where he falls here, and it is lane 1. Reynoso Williams taking first, Bryan takes second, Murray third. Some very talented fast swimmers here at these senior championships as we move into heat number 5. Waters in 1, Lopes 2, Bailey 3, Lucci 4, Brudney 5, Fung 6, Jiang 7, Johnson in lane 8. So Bailey takes first, Lopes second, Johnson in lane 8 takes third. "13 heats here. This is heat number 6, almost halfway through. King in 1, Nelson in 2, Zapata in 3, Billsbury in 4, Russell in 5, Bosma in 6, Jareggi in 7, Moinkins in lane 8. Tight race here. Looks like it's Russell in lane 5. And it will be Russell followed by Jareggi. King will take third. Russell, King, Jareggi, 1, 2, 3 in that order. That was heat number 6. We'll move into heat number 7. Watka in 1, Kerr in 2, Van de Water in 3, Schlesman in 4, Griffin in 5, Wang in 6, Bubanovic in 7, and Powers Hammond in lane 8. This is heat number 7 of 12. Tight race here between 4 and 5. It is Powers Hammond taking first, Griffin second. Third place goes to Schlesman. So Powers Hammond out of lane 8, your heat 7 winner. Andrews in 1, Tesoro in 2, Bay in 3, Mamaset in 4, Schneider in 5, Molden in 6, Jones in 7, Whitaker in lane 8. Mama Set comes in with the top time, 22:35. He's battling with Schneider in lane 5. Who's it going to be? And it's Whitaker tied for first with Jones in lane 7 and 8. Schneider takes third, so our third tie. Jones and Whitaker, your co-winners of heat number 8. Avakov in 1, Shipinelli in 2, Kanan in 3, Amos in 4, Zhang in 5, Wang in 6, Kraft in 7, and Zabo in lane 8. Amos will take it. Amos first, Avakov second, Shipinelli will take third. So Amos, your heat 9 winner. We'll move on to heat number 10 of 12. Denton in 1, Wang in 2, McClellan in 3, Albert in 4, Misto in 5, Coleman in 6, Topi in 7, and Capoletto in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Daniel Albert. 21:04, he's in lane 4. It looks to be Misto right now leading the way in 5. Keep an eye on McClellan, and it is McClellan who takes it. McClellan, Albert, Misto. McClellan goes at 2091, excuse me, to take first. So nice swimming there by William McClellan, your heat 10 winner. We'll move on to heat number 11. Hickson in 1, Macanucci in 2, him in 3, McLaughlin in 4, Anon in 5, Halsey in 6, Magnuson in 7, and Ivanov in lane 8. McLaughlin will take it, followed by Anon and Halsey. So McLaughlin, Anon, and Halsey, 1, 2, 3. In heat number 11, and this brings us to our 12th and final heat of the men's 50 free program. We can take our breaths and get them back here. Have some open lanes. So Lou in 1, Backlund in 2, Hammett in 3, McDonald in 4, Vanderwater in 5, Lee in 6, Andrews in 7, Bunt in 8. However, lanes 1 and 6 are empty. So 1 and 6 are open. So our top qualifier potentially tonight will be McDonald. So McDonald, Vanderwater, and Backlund, 1, 2, 3. And it looks like William McClellan with his 2091. Looks like he's going to be the top overall qualifier tonight. So keep your eyes and ears on Meet Mobile again. Top 24 make it back. So we'll move on to our next event, which is event 22, the women's 100-yard breaststroke. So we actually have a chance to breathe a little bit here. Ella Balselman in lane 1, Isabella Ann in 2, Sophie Zenkin in lane 3, Sophie Weingarten in 4, Margot Levesque, the 12-year-old, in lane 5, Ella Gauscher in 6, Jada Green in lane 7, Francesca Dolby in lane 8. Shout out to Jada's father, Jamar, if you're listening out there. Friend I haven't seen in quite some time. Good to see Jada in the water here at Seniors. It's Levesque leading the way, followed by Weingarten and Bosselman, 1, 2, 3. Less than a second separates your top 7 swimmers at the halfway point here in the 100 breast. So just like that, Margot LeVake, your opening heat winner. Again, one of our 3 12-year-olds. Amazing to see a 12-year-old not only competing at seniors, but winning heats and being very successful. LeVake goes 108.61, Weingarten second, Bosselman third. So heat 2 in the water. Hazel Jean Tracy in 1, Flannery Miller in 2, Kylie Donahue in 3, Grace Yu in 4, Teresa Sansone in 5, Addison Ebel in 6, Emma St. Hilaire in 7, and Emily Richardson in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Grace Yu from Phoenix, 110.47. Looks like it's Yu will be ahead and in the lead at the halfway point. It is Yu, followed by her teammate Tracy Sansone from North Shore in third. So Grace Yu looks to have this one in control and on lock, and it will be Yu who takes first. Ebel second, Tracy third. Yu goes a 108.51, so almost a 2-second time drop for Yu in our second of 10 heats here. Heat 3 in the water, Ula Haller in 1, Isabel Hausman in 2, Hannah Girardi in 3, Charlotte Lundell in 4, Ellie Wang in 5, Audrey Cook in lane 6, Cardenas in lane 7, that's Maxine, and Megan Kelly in lane 8. Haller, Hausman, and Cook. Top 3, Lundell and Kelly, not too far behind, but it's Haller leading the way out in a 32.57.
Do a lap. Get the back moving. What he I know, Greg. What? That hasn't stopped yet.
So they're at the flags. Tight race in lanes 1 and 6. And it will be Cook who takes it. Haller second, Hausman third. So Audrey Cook from the Bluefins, your Heat 3 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 4. Swimmers are asked to relax here at the start. El Mashad in 1, Haley Pinola in 2, Kylie Herbstruber in 3, Katie Tesson in lane 4, Caitlin Archambault in 5, Izzy Chow in lane 6, Anna Bamer in 7, and Josephine Stevens in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Katie Tesson from Kingfish, 109.69 for Tesson. And Tesson will be your leader at the halfway point, it looks like. So Tesson, Stevens, Bamer, less than a second separate your top 6 swimmers here. So Tesson, the 17-year-old from Kingfish, again, she came in with a 109.69, followed closely by Caitlin Archambault from Greenwood, 109.73. Archambault's in lane 5. But it will be Tesson in control here. Katie Tesson will take first, Stevens second, Bamer third. Izzy Chu from Bluefish will take fourth. We'll move on to heat number 5. Charlotte Hoover in 1, Sophia Yee in 2, Alexa Lundell in 3, Jessie McNeil in lane 4, Melina Whitney in 5, Isabella Gherkin in 6, Maya Kusin in 7, and Allison Farrell in lane 8. So top time coming in belongs to Jessie McNeil from Bluefish, 109.12. She's followed by Melina Whitney from Executive and Alexa Lundell from Cape Cod. So very tightly bunched group of swimmers here. See who's at the wall first, and it's Farrell followed by Hoover and Whitney. Less than a second and a half separates the whole field right now. So very tight race here. As they come down the stretch here, Charlotte Hoover in lane 1 looks to be out in front. We'll see at the finish. It's between Hoover and Whitney right now, and it is Charlotte Hoover takes first. Whitney second, Farrell third. So Charlotte Hoover, your Heat 5 winner out of lane 1. Caroline McCurdy in lane 1 right now. Natalia Robach in 2. Mila Vuoltinaho in lane 3. Isabella Lombard in 4. Clara Bodner in lane 5. Caitlin Horsch in lane 6. Chloe Akambi in 7. And Ava Wertnen in lane 8. So at the halfway point, it's Bodner followed by McCurdy and Robach. Robach 3/10 behind. 8/10 separate our top 5 swimmers at this point. So coming down the stretch, it looks like it's McCurdy in 1. So back-to-back lane 1 winners. Bodner takes second, Robach third. McCurdy goes a 106.83 for her Heat 6 victory. So 2 winners in a row. Coming out of lucky lane 1, it will be Ruby Groves in lane 1 coming up here. Meredith Lubelchek in 2, Lena Matera in 3, Eldon White in 4, Catherine Jennings in 5, Carmen Bunt in 6, Maeve Hogan in lane 7, and L. Anthony in lane 8. So we'll see if lane 1 continues to be the lucky lane 3 heats in a row. Once again, it is Ruby Groves from Gators in lane 1 right now in heat number 7. Looks like it will be Alden White, the leader at the turn, and it will. White followed by Jennings and Bunt. Groves currently running 6th. So Alden White will take heat 7. She goes a 105.49. Jennings takes second, Bunt in third. Gabriella Rizzuto in lane 1, Kelsa Dador in 2, Megan Layden in 3, Amanda Whitkiss in 4, Paige Spencer in lane 5, Sydney Abild in lane 6, Quinn White in 7, and Amelia Barron in lane 8. Coach Tim Thompson checking in. All right, Tim, holding true to your word. Whitkiss, Dater, Layden, 1, 2, 3 at the halfway point. Coach Tim Thompson rooting for Phoenix all the way down from Florida. Mentioned he would be on every session, and he has so far this weekend. Appreciate you taking the time, Coach. So it was Whitkiss at the halfway point, and it will be Whitkiss at the end. 104.87 for Whitkiss. Spencer second, Dador third. We'll move on to heat number 9. Savina Villani in 1. Kaylee Stockwell in 2. Avery Lord in 3. Eliza Brown in 4. Ella Derby in 5. Jayla Pina in lane 6. Michaela Chokeraver in lane 7. And Emma Velu in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Brown from Commonwealth, 103.56. She's in lane 4, and it looks as though she will be your leader at the halfway point. Brown followed by Derby and Pina less than a second behind. So could be some second half developments here. Keep an eye on this one, but it is Eliza Brown followed by Derby and Pina. That's 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3 at this point. At the flags, it will be Brown. She'll hold on and take it. 102.71 for Brown. Derby second, Pina third. So the results don't change after the halfway point. Brown, Derby, Pina, 1, 2, and 3 for heat 9. We'll move into heat 10, which is our final heat on the women's side for the 100-yard breaststroke. Cara Dominici in 1, Emma Hall in 2, Catherine Hanley in 3, Ella Smith in 4, Alexis Martino in lane 5, Elisa Kim in lane 6, Ava Larkin in 7, and Sarah Bernard in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Ella Smith from Bluefish, 102.98. A little over a full second ahead of the next closest swimmer, Alexis Martino, and it is Smith in the lead at the halfway point by a slim margin, 0.2 of a second over Hanley. Bernard running in third right now. So Ella Smith came in with a 102.98. See what she finishes out. And she's getting a push here from Hanley in lane 3. See if Hanley can catch her. I don't think she will. Let's see at the wall. And it is Smith who takes it. Hanley a close second. Bernard, actually it was Bernard in second. Hanley third. But Ella Smith will be your Heat 10 winner. We'll move into event 23, the men's 100-yard breaststroke. We'll have some open lanes here. Lane 1 and 8 will be open. Andrew Dementiev in 2, Matthew Church in 3, Samuel King in 4, Thomas DiPaolo in 5, Adidia Cole in 6, and Bowman Schneider in lane 7. Again, this is heat 1 of the men's 100-yard breaststroke. So it's DiPaolo from Seacoast leading the way, followed by King and Dementiev. The lead over King is less than a half of second for DiPaolo. DiPaolo came in with a 107.26. This is a bonus swim for all of the participants in this heat, and it will be DiPaolo who takes it. 103.44, followed by King and Church. So DiPaolo, King, Church, 1, 2, 3. Brian Hall in lane 1, Declan McDonald in 2, Azariah Mamaset in lane 3, Evan Allen in 4, Christopher Hammond in lane 5, Nate Derby in 6, Dylan Fung in 7, and Sean Tesbro in lane 8. Or Sean Tesoro, excuse me, in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Allen and Hammett, both a 104.18. We'll see who's at the turn, and it's McDonald, Allen, and Hall. So Declan McDonald leading the way from Kingfish, 29.48. His 50 split time. Keep an eye on Hammett in lane 5. He's been known to close some good distances. But right here, it will be Evan Allen. Late push from McDonald, but Allen overtakes him. Allen, McDonald, Hall, 1, 2, and 3. So Evan Allen, your Heat 2 winner. Evan Lyons in lane 1, Garrett Jones in 2, Ben Connors in 3, Dylan Jewett in 4, Quinn Schwab in 5, Daniel Nee in lane 6, Ben Terentiev in lane 7, and Reed Nussbaum in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Dylan Jewett from the Storm, 103.64. It's Nussbaum leading the way, followed by Jones and Connors, tied for second. So Connors making a good push here, 29.46. His split time. As all of the swimmers come home, we'll see if anyone can catch Jewett in 4. Schwab and Jewett battling here, but it looks like it'll be Nussbaum in lane 8 who takes it. Nussbaum, Schwab, Jewett, 1, 2, 3. Ben Connors takes 4th, 103.20. This will be heat 4 of 9. Once again, we're in event 23, men's 100-yard breaststroke. William McClelland in lane 1, Quentin McKell in 2, Marcel Liu in 3, Eric Wang in 4, Oliver Cox in 5, Melson Avi Arquilano in 6, Brian Zapata in lane 7, and Nathaniel Murray in lane 8. Looks like lane 3 is open, so nobody in lane 3. That's a scratch. Tight bunched group of swimmers here. At the halfway point, it's all Gators, McClellan, Wang, and Cox, 1, 2, 3. So all Gators at the halfway point. Let's see what changes up as we come along here. Looks like it's still McClellan, followed by Wang. Let's see at the wall, and it is McClellan who takes it, followed by Wang. Third place goes to Murray in lane 8. So William McClellan, your Heat 4 winner, 10084 for Big Will. We'll move on to heat number 5. Luke Austin in 1, Thomas Denton in 2, John Fernandez in 3, Noam Reinhorn in 4, Jeffrey Kong in 5, Andrew Wong in lane 6, Matthew Tomomichael in 7, and Kai Shinkyo in lane 8. Looks like it's going to be Denton at the lead at the halfway point, followed by Reinhorn and Austin. Top 6 swimmers less than a second apart. Keep an eye on Kai Shinkyo. He's in lane 8. He's shown the propensity to come back before. Would not surprise me to see Shinkyo go from 8th to 2nd or 3rd here. Looks like it will be Denton who will take it. So Denton takes first, Austin second, and it is Shinkyo. No, it is Fernandez who takes 3rd. Shinkyo right behind him in 4th. So Denton, our Heat 2 winner. Heat 6 in the water. George Groves in 1, Michael Yang in 2, Matthew Wang in 3, Henry Bocconi Schur in 4, William Carrico in 5, Kevin Johnson in 6, Damian Figuet Kosarev in 7, and Nicholas Fournier in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Bocconi Schur from Commonwealth, 1:00.72. Keep an eye on Figuet Kosarev, the 15-year-old from Gators, in lane 7. And at the halfway point, it goes Yang, Wang, and Carrico. Figuet Kosarev right in the mix there in 4th place, 0.4 of a second behind right now.
Yeah, they both have never gone over 102. They just had 58, 59. Holy.
So it was Michael Yang at the halfway point. It looks like Yang and Wang battling it out. Same with Bocconi Schur and Carrico. Who's going to touch first? And it is Carrico. 59.8. Yang takes 2nd. Wang takes 3rd. So Carrico goes sub 1 minute. 59.80 for the Heat 6 victory. Carrico from Phoenix, 16-year-old. So he's your Heat 6 winner. We'll move on to Heat number 7. Rowan Biles in lane 1, Zachary Bubanovich in 2, William Anon in 3, John Butera in 4, Alexei Avakov in 5, Nate Coleman in 6, Jake Thomas in lane 7, and Jonathan Davenport in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to John Butera, 57 flat from Gators. He's in lane 4. It is Avakov leading the way, followed by Anon and Butera. So 0.2 of a second separate the top 3. It's Avakov from Phoenix in lane 5, leading the way though, as they make their final turn for home. Alexei Avakov, 16-year-old from Phoenix, swimming out of 5. Here comes Butera in 4. See what the finish has, and it is Avakov who takes it. Butera takes 2nd, Anon 3rd. So nice swim by Avakov there. We'll move into heat number 8. Nicholas Austin in lane 1, David Topi in 2, Daniel Alber in 3, William Kanan in 4, Kevin Jiang in 5, Alan Zhang in 6, Max LaRoche in 7, and Caleb Del Rosario in lane 8. Top time coming in here belongs to Kanan from UVOC, 56.73. It's a very fast heat here, folks. Keep an eye on Alber in 3, and it is Alber leading the way, followed by Jiang and Kanan. So Albert goes out in a 26.48. Albert in lane 3, solid at the flags, and it looks like it will be Albert, and it is. Albert takes it. Kanan 2nd, Jiang 3rd. So Daniel Alber, your Heat 8 winner. And we'll move into our 9th and final heat of the men's 100 breast. Eamon Griffin in lane 1, Ethan McAnucci in 2, Henry Keegan in 3, Christopher G in 4, Ray Whitaker in 5, Andy Way in lane 6, Ryan Shute in 7, Nick Andrews in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Christopher Z from Solo Aquatics, 56:41. At the halfway point, it is Z leading the way, followed by Whitaker and Griffin, all less than a second behind. So it looks like Z will hang on. He's getting some smoke there from Whitaker on the outside. And it is Whitaker who out-touches him, 56-23 to 56-28. Griffin in lane 1 takes third. So it looks like we have a swim-off in the women's 50 free. After that, we'll move into our final event of the morning, which is the 500 free. I don't know who's swimming off here. Looks like they're cycling through. It's not a relay coming up. It is a swim off. So again, we're pulling information right from the scoreboard, so they may not have this one loaded in. And they do, so looked like it was Jacqueline Zapagan and Chloe Song, and it is. So Jacqueline Zapagan from Bluefish will be in 4. Chloe Song will be in lane 5. Looks like this is a swim off, so they were tied. Zapagan, of course, the 12-year-old from Bluefish. They're off and running, so Zapagan in 4, Song in lane 5. This will be a 50 free swim off. Zapagan in 4, Song in 5, a swim off to see who moves on to finals tonight. It looks like it's Zapagan in the lead, and it will be Jacqueline Zapagan. 23:89 for Zapagan. Song takes second. So Jacqueline Zapagan, the 12-year-old, moves on. We will now move into event 24-25. It is our 500 freestyle, our longest event of the morning. So in lane 1 will be Isabella Rodriguez from Greenwood Swimming. In lane 2, Ella Derby. In lane 3, Cara Dominici. In lane 4, Rebecca Siegel. In lane 5, Megan Kelly. In lane 6, Meredith Teague. In lane 7, Jill Carline. And in lane 8, Sarah Bernard. So once again, this is the women's 500 free. Lane 4 is open, so no Rebecca Siegel. Of course, each of the swimmers They have their teammate counters for them down on the far side. And it was Siegel who had the top time coming in. So in the absence of Siegel, it goes to Megan Kelly, the 14-year-old from Bluefish, the youngest swimmer in this heat. 5:07.93, the time for Kelly. So once again, I wanted to thank everyone who's taken their time to join us on the live stream today. At our peak, we had almost 160 people on the broadcast, which is a great number for a Saturday morning in a venue that allows spectators. So clearly, people have spoken, and many people would still like to watch these meets remotely, and it also extends an opportunity for friends and family that may not be able to get to the venue, an opportunity to watch their loved ones swim. So if you're a fan of the broadcast, make sure you let your own team ownership know. It would be great if you could also let our Gator Swim Club leadership know that you're extremely happy with the production that we have brought you here this weekend for the senior championships. Again, it's the first time back at Brown. So first time streaming at Brown University. A few differences than where I have typically been streaming. One of the differences is I've typically connected to the internet hardwired through an Ethernet connection. Brown University, as you know, as can be expected in tough cybersecurity times, you cannot connect into their network hardwired on any device that is not a Brown device. So I was forced to stream on Wi-Fi, on their Wi-Fi network, and it's worked out very good so far this weekend. So a big thank you to everyone at Brown. Ella Derby currently running in first, Sarah Bernard second, Megan Kelly third, of course, on the top left of your screen. You can see the splits as they come in and how far the next swimmers are either ahead, how far they are behind. It'll show you the top swimmer and then the times from behind. So it should be an exciting evening of finals here. Had some amazing performances in the prelims this morning. Last night was extremely exciting. Of course, you had Natalie Mannion, a 3-time winner. Josh Parent, I believe, a 2-time winner. Thomas Hagar, Ashlyn Farris, all individual winners as well. So Ella Derby remains in the lead, followed by Bernard from Commonwealth. Megan Kelly in third. Little over a second and a half. So they're 3/4 of the way through. There's the bell. So Derby, Bernard, Kelly. It would seem to be that's going to be your final overall finish. Derby, Bernard, and Kelly all spaced out from each other enough where it doesn't look like this will change. So Ella Derby comes in. She'll take first, 4:58.07. Bernard will take second, 5:00.42. And third place will be Megan Kelly, 5:05.05. Meredith Teague will take fourth. Jill Carline will take fifth. Rodriguez will take sixth. And in seventh place, Cara Dominici from Solo. So Ella Derby, your Heat 1 winner. We'll stick with the women in Heat 2 and 3. We'll move to the men in Heat 4. Jenna Charlotte from Phoenix in lane 1. Skylar Knowlton from Phoenix in lane 2. Veronica Kosova from Solo in lane 3. Megan Reish from Phoenix in 4. Malia Umwan from Phoenix in 5. Sophie Phelps from Solo in lane 6. Abigail Topfer from Kingfish in 7. And in lane 8, it's Clara Renner from Crimson Aquatics. So the top time coming into this heat belongs to Megan Reish, the 17-year-old from Phoenix Swimming. I know Megan has quite a following out there on the live stream. I had a great conversation with her mother last night as we were walking into finals together. She was telling me of all of the friends and family that watch from all over the U.S., and as fate would have it, Reish is your leader early on, followed by Amwan and Phelps. So Reish, Amwan, and Phelps, 1, 2, 3 right now.
Are you guys sticking around?
One of the great things about the live stream and doing this is getting to meet all of the different parents behind the swimmers.
7 heats of girls and boys.
I've met quite a few of them this weekend, had some great conversations, so don't be afraid to come up and say hi to me if you come in the building at any point. It will be hard to miss where I am broadcasting from up in the stands with cameras and monitors and mixers and all sorts of equipment all over the place. Megan Reish remains your leader. Not much has changed there. She's followed by her teammate Malia Umwan and Skylar Knowlton. So it's all Phoenix, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Jacob was mentioning eating by Whole Foods and getting some good.
They're almost halfway through this second heat of the women's 500 freestyle.
Oh, right. That's
Reish, Umwan, Knowlton. Again, not much has changed there. Reish came in with a 4:48.54. Same top 3. Sophie Phelps running in 4th right now. Appreciate the comments out there. Scott Renner. So Reish starting to put a little distance between everyone else right now. She's been in the lead since the beginning. Skylar Knowlton has moved into second. Umwan has dropped down to third, but Reish's lead is over 6 seconds right now on Knowlton. Keep an eye on Sophie Phelps in lane 6. It looks as though she may have moved into second or third, maybe third. We'll know in a second, and it is third, but the lead for Reish is now ballooned to 7 seconds over Skylar Knowlton. So Phelps looking to break up that Phoenix monopoly at the top with Malia Umwan currently running in 4th. There's the bell lap for Reish. She has a 50 left. Her lead over Phelps is almost 7.5 seconds. 8-second lead over Knowlton. So Megan Reish will be your Heat 2 winner from Phoenix. Reish will go a 4:52.81 and take first. It looks like Sophie Phelps will move into second and stay there. So Phelps takes second. She had a soft touch. It's showing Knowlton. It was Phelps. So Phelps second, Knowlton third, Topfer fourth, M1 fifth, Renner sixth, and Kosova seventh. So again, check Meet Mobile for those official times. But it did look like Phelps finished second. She had a soft touch on the pads. As we move into heat number 3, this will be our last heat of the women before we rotate for 3 heats into the men. Ainsley Nayland in lane 1, Caroline McCurdy in 2, Ella Smith in 3, Natalie Mannion in 4, Dana Lee in 5, Ashlyn Farris in lane 6, Shay First in lane 7, and Katie White from Bluefish in lane 8. Mannion leading the way early, followed by First and Farris. I will admit it is nice for the 500. A little bit of an opportunity to catch my breath. We'll be doing this thing again in another few hours. Mannion remains the leader. Farris a second off. First, 2 seconds off. So keep an eye on Farris. The North Carolina commit absolutely dominated the women's 400 IM last night. Has shown in the past to be a very solid distance swimmer. Mannion continuing to hold in first. Ashlyn Farris a second and a half behind. First about 3. So Mannion, the Stanford University commit. Farris will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to continue her academics in swimming. It remains Mannion and Farris. Third place is Shay First. So it remains Mannion. Farris has dropped to almost 2 seconds behind. First running third, Smith in fourth. They are more than halfway through here. Have finished 12 lengths. So Mannion, Farris, and First. I've said those names repeatedly. Ella Smith and Dana Lee, keep an eye on both of them. It looks like they're starting to make a move on First. So First is held in third place for the majority of the meet, or this heat, I should say. But Smith and Lee are starting to make a push. So it's Mannion followed by Farris. Let's see who's in third. It is First still. Here comes Ella Smith and Dana Lee, though. So Mannion continues to keep that steady lead, which she's built up to 2 1/4 seconds over Farris. First is in third, followed by Lee. There's the bell from Mannion. So it will be Natalie Mannion, followed by Ashlyn Farris. 1 and 2 here. The race is for third. The race is on for third. Mannion goes 4:49.53. Farris goes 4:52.55. And it looks like it will be Dana Lee who sneaks up into third, 4:57.83. So Shea first drops to fourth. Ella Smith fifth, McCurdy sixth, and White seventh. Ainsley Nayland will take eighth with a 5:08.24. So we'll move into Quinn Borchers in lane 1, Noah Kerr in 2, Zach Quintkin in 3, Eric Watka in lane 4, Thomas Hagar in 5, Quinn Schwab in 6, Tyler Bosmer in lane 7, and Zachary Parent is in lane 8. So the top time coming in belongs to Eric Watka from Bluefish, 4:46.33. It's Thomas Hagar, though, out early, followed by Bosma and Kerr. So this should be a very competitive race, too, at the top. Watka and Hagar both going 4:46s. Watka, the top time, 4:46.33. Hagar, 4:46.63. Butera, Kraft, and Walden, though, are your top three right now. So Butera, Kraft, and Walden. A quarter of the way through almost this 500 free. Butera continues his hold on first. Kraft second, running a second behind. Walden third, running 3.5 seconds behind. Thomas Hagar has taken over the lead. Tyler Bosma has moved into second. Parent third. So Hagar, Bosmer, Parent, and that's Zach Parent from Bluefish. As Hagar starts to really build up his lead now, he's up to almost 5 seconds over Bosma, 5.5 over Parent. So Hagar looking to get stronger as the race goes on. The 17-year-old from Commonwealth had a great night last night at finals, piggybacking off that today with a spectacular showing thus far in the distance. We'll take a look at what his lead has built to now. He was over 4 seconds at our last 50. He's up to 5.5 over Parent and Bosma. So good race between Parent and Bosma. Bosma in 7, Parent in 8. You can see them at the top of your screen. But the story here with just about 5 to go is Thomas Hagar from Commonwealth. Let's take a look at that lead. He's 5 3/4 seconds over Parent, 6.5 over Bosma. So Borchers running in It's actually Watka in lane 4. We'll see if Watka can sneak up into third as Hagar gets the bell. Came in with a 4:46. It's Zach Parent who has now moved into second ahead of Bosma. So Parent swimming out of lane 8. Bosma in lane 7. Thomas Hagar will be your Heat 1 of the men's winner. 4:40.06 for Hagar. Second place will go to Zach Parent from Bluefish. Third place goes to Tyler Bosma from Solo. Quinn Borchers takes fourth. Eric Watka fifth. Zach Quitkin in sixth. Noah Kerr in seventh. And it will be Quinn Schwab taking eighth. So Thomas Hagar, a runaway victory here in Heat 1 of the men's 500. We'll stick with the men's, moving into Heat number 5. Looks like lane 3 will be open. So lane 3 open on Heat number 2. Alex Parent in lane 1. Jaden Bunt in 2. Hubert Wang in 4. Aiden Kelly in 5, Sam Reynoso Williams in 6, Luke Jaguar in 7, Miles Lynn in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Hubert Wang, 4:33.55. Jaden Bunt currently running in the lead, followed by Aiden Kelly and William Reynoso. Reynoso Williams. Aiden Kelly in the lead, a little over a quarter of the way through. He's followed by Wang. Reynoso Williams in third right now. Again, this is event 25, the second heat of the men's side of the 500 free. We'll have one more heat of the men's before we move back to the women and men in alternating fashion through the end. So they've combined this event to basically go 3-3 and then alternate back and forth between the men and the women. Kelly remaining in first. He's got a 2-second lead over Wang. Reynoso Williams 3.5 seconds behind right now out of lane 6. As I look out the window, I don't see any of that snow falling yet. I did hear that there was expected to be, I don't know, anywhere from a dusting to 3 inches of snow at some point today, but you know how it works with the weather. Not very often the weather folks are right. I mean, listen, they try their hardest, and I'll applaud them. I'm sure being a weatherman is a thankless job for sure. But they're very rarely right. And sometimes it's, obviously it's out of their control, but we'll see what happens today. Especially in New England, I'd say the east, I'd say the toughest place to be a weatherman would have to be the Northeast. I mean, put me out in San Diego as a weatherman. All I have to do is record a loop of me saying, today looking to be a beautiful day, 75 and sunny. That's it. That's all I have to say. Every day, put me on a loop, and I'll be completely happy. So I heard a bell. I don't think that was the right bell. Not really sure who was ringing that bell. There's the right bell. So the bell hath rung for Aiden Kelly and Hubert Wang. We have Sam Reynoso Williams running in third. So good race here. It looks like it's Hubert Wang from Commonwealth who has overtaken Kelly, and he'll be your Heat 2 winner. 432.93 for Wang. Kelly takes second, 433.50. Reynoso Williams third, 438.15. So Hubert Wang, your Heat 2 winner on the men's side. We'll move back, or we'll stick with the men, I should say. Heat 3. Gabe Lee in lane 1, Jordan Moad in 2, Theo Baudet in lane 3, Josh Parent in 4, Mitch Doobie in 5, Davis Bonebreak in lane 6, Tyler Lutz in 7, and Ryan Shute in lane 8. So this is a very competitive field here in Heat 6. Top time coming in belongs to Josh Parent, 428.70, which is actually 5 seconds faster than the next closest swimmer in this heat, who is Mitch Doobie, his Bluefish teammate, 433.75. When I look at the time disparities here, we go from Josh Parent coming in with a 428 to Gabe Lee and Ryan Shute coming in with 444s. But as we know, anything can happen here. It's a long race. As we know, Parent likes to swim from out in front, something he's used to doing, something he's doing right now. And it's Parent followed by his Bluefish teammate, Mitch Doobie. 1 and 2, Theo Baudet running third right now. So Parent, Doobie, Baudet. They continue to be 1, 2, and 3. Give you an update on that lead for Parent. Looks to be extending it seemingly at every 50. It's 5 1/4 seconds right now over Doobie, 8 seconds over Baudet. Lead has ballooned to over 6 seconds now over Doobie from Parent. Josh Parent, another one of those top-level swimmers from Bluefish. Seems like they're completely loaded with top-level swimmers from top to bottom. Seven-second lead now for Parent over Doobie. Jordan Moad, their Bluefish teammate, holding tight in 5th. So there's the bell for Parent. He's on his final 50. He came in with a 4:28.70. He'll likely eclipse that at not full effort, which is both impressive and scary. So Josh Parent, he'll go a 4:24.70 on his way to a runaway victory in Heat 3 of the men's 500 free. Teammate Mitch Doobie will take second, 4:33.59. Theo Baudet takes third. Tyler Lutz fourth. It is Jordan Moad who will take fifth, 4:45.70. Ryan Shute sixth. And Davis Bonebrake seventh. So we'll move back to the women now. This will be Heat 4 on the women's side. Clementine Robbins in lane 1, Emily Kang in 2, Meredith Uhas in 3, Catherine Swan in lane 4, Bella Buscani in lane 5, Aya Hassani in lane 6, Abigail Gowern in lane 7, and Neva Sa in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Catherine Swan from Crimson Aquatics. You've heard her name a lot this weekend. 5:09.64 for Swan. Busconi not far behind, 5:09.75. So they're your top 2 qualifiers in this, or swimmers, I should say, in this heat, situated in lanes 4 and 5. It was Emily Kang, a very early leader. Yes, I agree with Mia Chambers. This is New England. If you don't like snow, wait a minute. Sometimes it's not even a full minute that you need to wait. So we'll see what happens. If there is some snow or precipitation and you do not feel like coming out to finals tonight, well, you have a place to watch it right here. Gator Swim Club Seekonk. Search us on YouTube, and if you're watching, you already found us. Appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel and find that little red button somewhere. It says subscribe. You'll get notifications when we go live for each of the sessions. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers on our channel. That will unlock some pretty cool features. One of them would be being able to stream from a mobile device. So I do envision at some point having a person maybe right down on the deck, giving you that bird's eye view of a swimmer as they're swimming along. So give us a subscribe, like our videos. I think that's what all the young kids say these days on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like and subscribe down below. Catherine Swan maintains her hold on first. Almost halfway through. Meredith Uhas running second. Clementine Robbins third. Swan continues to be looking very strong. 2 seconds ahead of Uhas, 2.5 ahead of Robbins. Abigail Gowern looking strong as well in lane 7. She's running in 4th place right now. So I'd be curious to hear some feedback in the live chat on the graphics today. So the graphics today have been slightly different than yesterday. I think the main difference on the graphics, you know, the start graphics over the lane lines is just a different color, so that's not really a big deal. But today we do have, when the swimmers come in, we have their splits in the order on the top left and how far each swimmer is behind. Whereas yesterday we had a much larger scoreboard in the top right. It took up a lot of screen space. And quite frankly, when we were on our starting end camera, it would obscure about a quarter of the screen. So I think the graphics package that we're using today is better. Swan, Uhas, Robbins, Gowern, those are your top four. Hasn't changed since the initial lap here. They're on 17. Or Swan is on 17. Everyone's slowly getting there. So there's the bell for Catherine Swan. She's got a 50 to finish here. Been in the lead since the beginning. Came in with a 5:09.64. The talented 16-year-old from Crimson Aquatics. Swan will take it and go a 5:02.09 for Heat 4. Uhas will take second, 5:06.42, and it will be Abigail Gowern who has moved up into third. So great finish there by Gowern. She goes from fourth to third, passing her Phoenix teammate Clementine Robbins, who comes in fourth, Aya Hassani fifth, Busconi sixth, and Emily Kang in seventh. So Catherine Swan, your Heat 7 winner. We'll move on to heat number 8. We're back to the men. So back on the men's side, it's William McGrew in lane 1, Jack Marin in 2, Thomas Powers Hammond in 3, Matthew Walden in 4, John Butera in 5, Ethan Gu in lane 6, Samuel Kraft in 7, and Theodore Batmaka in lane 8. Top time coming in belongs to Matthew Walden of Bluefish, 4:51.11 for Walden. All of the swimmers pretty tightly timed here. So best time is Matthew Walden, as we mentioned, 4:51.11. 3 other swimmers with 4:51s, the rest with 4:52s. So pretty evenly matched field going in. We were 11 minutes ahead of pace earlier. We're now 1 minute ahead of pace. So we slowed down a little bit, still moving fairly quickly. 7 heats left. So you got to figure at almost an average of 5 minutes. A500 will be done, should be done right around noontime. Powers, Hammond running in first, Jack Marin second, Batmaka third right now. So looking ahead to tonight's finals, we'll be back on the air at approximately 5 o'clock. I always have good intentions of coming on a little bit early and discussing the previous night. The problem is when I go to come on early, there's really not that many people on yet. So it doesn't make sense to come on for a handful of people and then repeat as we move along. So probably starting that broadcast at 5 o'clock. Powers Hammond continues to run in first place from Bluefish, followed by Jack Marin, Matthew Walden in third. So it's all Bluefish right now, 1, 2, and 3. About 3/4 of the way through this fourth heat of the men's 500 freestyle. Powers Hammond, Jack Marin, Matt Walden. They are your top three. So a little late on the bell ringing there in lanes 1 and 2. But Powers Hammond and Jack Marin looking to finish up strong along with Matthew Walden. I don't know if Marin can catch Powers Hammond right now. He's looked strong from the beginning. He came in with a 4:51.62. He's going to annihilate that time. 4:36.94. Marin takes second, 4:39.88. Third place would go to Matthew Walden. So it is an old Bluefish top three. Thomas Powers Hammond, your winner, 4:36.94. We're going to move back to the women now. My own daughter will actually be swimming in this particular heat. Good luck, Addison, in heat 9, lane 6. So in lane 1, we'll have Honor Dufresne from Gators. Lane 2, Ava Lochran. Lane 3, Cora Zuwalik. Lane 4, Kenzie Driscoll. Lane 5, Christina DiPietro. Lane 6, Addison Abreu. Lane 7, Oceana Lowe. And in lane 8, it's Morgan Moniz. So very tightly grouped bunch of swimmers here. As I look at the times here, everyone around a 5:11, 5:12, 5:13, a couple 5:16 and 18s here. Kenzie Driscoll has the top time, the 17-year-old from Commonwealth, 5:11.56. She's followed by DiPietro at 5:12.58. Zawalik has a 5:13.30. Abreu has a 5:13.33. So we'll see how this one transpires. Okay, so Mia Chambers chiming in on the graphics. So Mia, what could you see better yesterday? Is it the scoreboard in the top right that you could see better than the split times in the top left? Is it not on the screen long enough? Let me know, because all of those things are customizable. So, and since you're the only one giving me feedback, you're the only one I can listen to. So a quarter of the way through here, Addison Abreu has been leading since the beginning. Christina DiPietro right there, 2/10 behind. Lowe, 3/10 behind. So still very early on here. I will say I do like the graphics today because as an announcer, it's easier for me to not have to do quick math in my head to see how far someone is ahead or behind. It is on the screen on the top left, as you see right now. DiPietro has moved into first. Abreu has dropped to second. A little over a tenth behind. Lowe remains in third. So I do like that. I think we can get that on the screen for a little bit longer. I don't know if we want that static on the screen for the whole race. So Christina DiPietro now starting to find her groove. 2/10 ahead of Lowe, 4/10 ahead of Abreu. They're more than halfway through this fifth heat of the women's 500 free. Starting to see fatigue set in for some swimmers at this point. Okay, so Layla Hassani says today's graphics are much better. So see, there's always going to be some differing opinions. I do like to get feedback, though, and I certainly do appreciate everyone's feedback on that. Cora Zawalik has now moved into first from Cape Cod, dropping DiPietro to second, Lowe third, Abreu fourth. So Zawalik came in with a 5:13.30. And there's the bell for DiPietro, and most of the swimmers, along with Zawalik, Cora Zawalik running first, DiPietro second, Lowe third, Abreu fourth right now. Coming into our final 25. It will be Zawalik, 5:08.23, DiPietro 5:10.38. Lowe 5:10.63. Abreu goes a 5:15.69. Moniz a 5:17.32. Larkin a 5:18.94. So Cora Zawalik, our Heat 5 of the women's side victory. We'll move back to the men. We'll be rotating back and forth now. From women to men, Andrew Song in lane 1, Maxwell Billsbury in lane 2, Teddy Sun in lane 3. You heard Teddy Sun last night on the broadcast here, bringing some good insight for us. Casey La Liberty in 4, Aiden Walcott in lane 5, Daniel Nee in lane 6, Grayson Smith in lane 7, and Aiden Malvey in lane 8. 5 heats left of the 500 free to finish out our morning here. Billsbury in the lead, followed by Smith, Walcott, and La Liberty. Walcott moving into third. Billsbury, Smith, Walcott, La Liberty, Nee, and Sun. They're your top 6 out of 8 right now. Malvey and Song running 7 and 8. No change, but Sun is moved into fourth. So Teddy Sun moving from sixth to fourth over that last 50. Pacing all too important here in the 500 free. Every swimmer works with their coach on a race strategy for an event like this. You want to make sure you don't go out too fast too early. You want to make sure you don't have so much left in the tank that you could have went faster. So it's a delicate balance that each individual swimmer has to figure out what's best for them. Billsbury, Walcott, and now Teddy Sun has moved up into third place. So Sun starting to make a move. It wouldn't surprise me to see him sneak into second at some point very shortly. We'll take a look at the splits as they come in. So Billsbury is running first. Walcott's 3 seconds, 3.5 behind. Sun's 4.5. So Teddy Sun running a second out of second place right now, but you can see it's very close. He's in lane 3. Walcott is in lane 5. Our leader, Maxwell Billsbury from Executive, is in lane 2. He's followed by Walcott and Sun once again. So no change at the top among your top 3 swimmers. I don't think you're going to see much of a change. We'll see if Teddy Sun can catch up to Walcott. That will be the one potential change. But if not, this order is going to hold true. Maxwell Billsbury's led from jump. Aiden Walcott from Kingfish in second. Teddy Sun in third. So Billsbury will take it. Walcott will come in second. Teddy Sun in third. So Billsbury in first. Walcott second. Sun in third. Malvey in fourth. Nee in fifth. So nice swim there by Max Billsbury. 4:45.70. We'll move into heat number 6 on the women's side. Back to the women. Full pool of swimmers here. Claire Moshe in lane 1. Ayelet Nishikawa Gaitham in 2. Riley Nussbaum in 3. El Mashad in lane 4. Milena Whitney in 5. Margot Levesque in lane 6. Harper Stevenson in 7. And Abigail Lazoriak in lane 8. Again, 2 12-year-olds swimming in this heat 11. We have Ayelet Nishikawa Gaitham from Bluefish and Margot Levesque from Bluefish, both 12 years old, swimming in this race. Nishikawa Gaitham comes in with a 5:24.64. Levesque with a 5:23.66. Again, there are 3 12-year-olds participating and who have qualified for seniors, and they have all well made their mark this weekend. They have all placed somewhere in the A, B, or C finals. We saw a swim-off earlier with Jacqueline Zapatin and Chloe Song, in which Zapatin won. So for the 50 free, she will be in our finals tonight. El Mashoud leading the way. Mosher running second. Nussbaum third. So it's an honor for really any swimmer to be able to achieve a senior's cut time, no matter what age you are. But when you think about a 12-year-old making those cut times, it's even more impressive. And that's what we're seeing here. Nishikawa Gaitham and Margot Levesque, again, lanes 2 and 6, both 12 years old. From Bluefish, Levesque is actually running 4th right now, so keep an eye on her. We'll see if she can sneak in to the top spot, but it's El Mashad, your leader, followed by Claire Mosher and Riley Nussbaum. Mashad, Mosher, and Levesque has now moved into 3rd. So Margot Levesque, the 12-year-old from Bluefish, she's in lane 6. She's moved into 3rd. She's going to make a push for 2nd very shortly. So Mashad, Mosher, Levesque, almost 3/4 of the way through this heat number 6 in the women's 500 free. And, you know, I can't stop talking about it because I'm just blown away how talented these young ladies are to not only make seniors cuts, but having an impact. So Levesque remaining, she's actually dropped down to 4th now, but barely by a half a second. Nishikawa Gaitham has moved up to 5th, so they're 4th and 5th right now. El Mashad has held on to the lead all the way through. Claire Mosher was 2nd for a long period of time. It's Harper Stevenson who has now moved into 2nd, with Mosher running 3rd. Let's see where they are at the split here. Mashad still in the lead, followed by Stevenson. Levesque has moved back into 3rd, Mosher down to 4th, and Nishikawa Gaitham in 5th. So 5 more laps to go, still a ways to go, and we'll see what happens here. So there's the bell for Mashad. You hear multiple bells going on all over the place. Christmas time at Brown. Harper Stevenson in 2nd, Levesque in 3rd. And it looks like Levesque is going to hold on to that 3rd place spot. 4th place is Claire Mosher in lane 1. I don't think she's going to catch her. So we will have a 12-year-old in our top 3 in this particular heat. But great swim by El Mashad. She came in with a 5:20.03. She'll go a 5:13.45 for the victory. Harper Stevenson takes 2nd, 5:15.81. Margot Levesque 3rd, 5:17.91. It's Eilette Nishikawa Gaitham 5:20.91. Claire Moshe 5:21.45. Lazoriak 5:22.99, Nussbaum 5:28.47, and Milena Whitney 5:28.68. So we'll move back to the men for our final 3 swims of the morning. Lanes 1 and 8 are open. As we've seen the crowd here at Brown dwindle down, as not too many swimmers left. Braden Ando from Bluefish in lane 2, Oliver York in lane 3, Casey Connors in 4, Ryan McFadden in 5, Conlon Hurley in lane 6, and Nathan Moykins in lane 7. So 1 and 8 open. Top time coming in belongs to Casey Connors. So all of these swimmers have a B, as in boy, next to their times. That denotes a bonus event. So seniors does have a bonus system where if you qualify for one event, you can choose, I believe it's 2 others, it may be 3, as bonus swims. If you make 2 cuts, you can choose 2 bonus, and then if it's 3 cuts you make, you can choose 1 bonus. So it gives the swimmers an opportunity to be able to swim more than one event. And it gives them an experience to really race against all the top swimmers in New England. They are all here this weekend at Brown. We've seen some amazing performances thus far, and many to go with our finals tonight and another full day of prelims and finals tomorrow, Sunday. Ryan McFadden leading the way early here, remarkably almost halfway through. Casey Connors running second, Oliver York third. McFadden remains in the lead, followed by Connors and York. Nothing has changed there. McFadden in 5, Connors in 4, York in lane 3. A little over halfway through this 6th heat for the men. Ryan McFadden continuing to build that lead. It's 6 seconds. It's over York, though, so York has moved into second ahead of Connors. Connors has dropped down to third. McFadden, York, Connors, 1, 2, and 3. 3/4 of the way through here. It's been a great morning at the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center here on the campus of Brown University. It's good to be back inside a world-class facility like we have here. McFadden still holding a 4.5 second lead over York, an 8 second lead over Connors. The bells are getting ready. All right, we have some strong bell ringers. We have some not so strong. Always interesting to see. Ryan McFadden doesn't care how loud that bell is. He's taking first here. Oliver York will take second. Casey Connors looks like he'll take third. I don't want to count that in there yet. So McFadden will take first. 4:51.59. York will take second. There is a tight race for third. It looks like it'll be Conlon Hurley, and it will. So good comeback for Hurley there, 5:00.59. Ando fourth, Connors fifth, Moykins sixth. We'll move into our second to last race of the morning, which is Heat 7 on the women's side. There will be 3 swimmers here. Alexandra Strand from Commonwealth, Jalen Howarth from Solo, and Lucy Chivers from Pioneer Valley Aquatics. I know we're down to 80 people. But for those of you still out there on the live stream and who are willing to go into the live chat, which not a lot of you have been this weekend. Typically, when we do these meets, the Gators parents are live chat central. A little bit of a quiet crowd this weekend, but I would ask you this as I pose a question in regards to the live stream. What is it missing? What would you like to see? Of course, we have limitations as what we can do. We will have our third camera in operation tonight, bringing you the podium as we did last night, and we won't run out of battery like we did. I think we only missed one podium last night, but you'll catch them all tonight. So what are we missing on the live stream that you'd like to see? I mean, I feel at this point, besides having a robotic underwater camera, which is not happening, I really don't think we're missing much, if anything. Again, I have to thank my partner, Robin Connors, this morning. She's done a great job on the cameras, working all of the technology for us, except the one time when my wife came over and distracted her. And that's not Robin's fault. I'm going to blame that on my wife, Jennifer. I know she's listening somewhere out there. Robin's done a great job. She'll be back helping me tonight for finals. You know, you may think the camera switching job is just an easy thing. You have to be paying attention and hitting those buttons and knowing what's going on. So Robin and everybody else who's helped me has done a great job, and I really appreciate it. We had Neil Hartman last night. We had Julia Pelchat Thursday night. We had Tim Groves last night, or yesterday morning. Tomorrow morning we have Elisa Pelchat, and then Sunday night will mark the debut from my daughter Avery, who's 10. She'll be up here with me, manning the cameras. I may give her a headset. She may have a few words to say. She's a swimmer for Gators as well, so she'll probably have some commentary to add. And again, the software has been, the graphics have been a showstopper here. Big shout out to Matt, Dave, Bob, everyone over Streamline Aquatics for giving us a package to showcase here from a demo perspective. So everything has worked out right on this weekend. Howarth running in first, Strand second, Shivers third. They are 3/4 of the way through. We're going to have one more race after this. That'll wrap up our morning. A little after 12 o'clock here on the East, 12:03. We'll be back on at 5 o'clock, so 5 hours from now we'll be back with our finals. We'll have, after each of the events, there'll be an award presentation down at the podium. We'll bring you that. Finals typically run about 2 hours. So last night, I think it was a little over 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Prelims have typically been running about 3 hours. Don't forget, for all you sports fans, Patriots travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts tonight. That'll be at 8:15. Believe it's on NBC. Celtics also at home against the Knicks. Tough loss to the Golden State Warriors last night for the Celtics. I believe final was 109-107. Steph Curry with 30 points. So Jalen Howarth will be your Heat 7 winner on the girls' side. Just need to get her final time as she cruises to the finish. 5:15.87 for Howarth. Alexandra Strand will take second Chivers will take third. I'm not getting any comments around what we could do better, so that's fantastic. I love to hear that. Final race of the morning. Andrew Billsbury in lane 3, Jacob Russell in 4, Benjamin LaTourelle in lane 5. Billsbury from Executive, Russell from Green Mountain, LaTourelle from Bluefish. This is our final swim of the morning. Officials have done a great job here as well. I think it's always, like they say with officials, referees in any sport, when you don't talk about them, they're doing a great job. All of the officials here from New England Swimming, they're all volunteers. They're all volunteering their time, and they really do a fantastic job. So thank you to all of the officials for New England Swimming. Most of them are swim parents themselves. I was asked to be an official very early on. I could not ever disqualify my own child in a race, so I respectfully declined that offer, but kudos to the officials and the parents that do step up. Take that duty very seriously. I just could not. I guess I'm a little bit less of a man or a woman than the folks that do step up, and I know plenty of official parents who have had to disqualify their own children. It makes for an interesting car ride home, to say the least. I think the easy ones are where the swimmer says, oh, yeah, Mom, Dad, I get it. Yeah, I did do that. The more challenging ones, and I don't know if any of you follow, I believe it's the International Swimming League. So it's basically made up of, you know, all of the top swimmers at the collegiate and amateur level around the world. And, oh gosh, I'm forgetting her name, Lily King. So Lily King was swimming last night for the Cali Condors, and post-race, she was disqualified in the breaststroke for a non-simultaneous touch. Now, if you go to the underwater cameras, which they had, and you go to slow motion, it did look like it was like a millisecond off. Nothing that the naked eye could see. So she was disqualified. The Cali Condors, her team, went from winning the event to coming in second because of the points that they lost. So officials do play a vital role, I think, as swimming continues to progress. It's one of the things from a rules perspective that needs to be looked at, a simultaneous touch. I mean, if you ask any of us right now to stand in front of a wall and touch the wall with two hands at the exact same time, if you have some pressure senses there marking your left and right hand, you're probably not going to be exactly simultaneous, right? So what is simultaneous? I think eventually that'll get moved. Technology will move that to determine some sort of range that's considered simultaneous. So there's the bell for Russell. He's led all the way through here. Andrew Russell, 16 years, Jacob Russell from Green Mountain Aquatics He came in with a 5:14. He's going to have a significant time drop. Good for him. Great swim by Jacob Russell. Latourell running in second, Billsbury third, but it will be Jacob Russell from Green Mountain Aquatics. He'll take it in a time of 4:54.52, so great swim by Russell. Second place looks like it'll fall to Ben Latourell in lane 5, unless Andrew Billsbury can pull off a big comeback here. I don't know, stroke for stroke at the wall, and it is Latourell who takes it, just ahead of, a little over a tenth ahead of Billsbury. So that'll conclude our morning here from Brown University. We hope you've had a great time with the coverage. Once again, we will be back for finals tonight. We had, I believe it was 161 max people on this morning. Please, please, please pass that link out to everyone you know. Get them supporting these amazing swimmers here at finals tonight. They can go to the Gator Swim Club Seekonk YouTube page and subscribe. On behalf of Robin Connors and everyone here at Brown New England Swimming and all of the teams, I am Jeremy Abreu. We'll be back at 5 o'clock for finals. Have a great afternoon.